Okay. So previously when we had Photoshop being glitchy, I think I was doing the back tray inside, right? And again, when you're doing something in Photoshop to create artwork or design, say you're using photography, right? And you want to create something that you're going to come back and put into Illustrator. Remember, Illustrator is your vehicle, right? The correct program to put print in so that you can send it to a print shop, get it printed through an online printer overseas, etc. Right? Now, can you print from Photoshop? Sure, but the industry standard is still to use Illustrator. Do everything you can in Illustrator that's vector, then place something you may have created in Photoshop, right? Using photos. Those of you guys who use drawing tablets in Photoshop and can illustrate and draw stuff. Maybe you did it on your iPad on Procreate or one of those other programs, right? You always want to make that high res, obviously 300 pixels per inch, and then you want to place it on its own layer in your Illustrator file when you're going to output it, typically to PDF press quality, right? We've done that before many times in this class. So earlier, what I had missed was, because of the glitch, was selecting this, say for the back tray, this outside guide, which is right here. It tells you this is your bleed area, right? So earlier I did the Command C, copy. Then I did this already due to the glitchiness of Photoshop earlier. Notice that I have the Photoshop file here. Let me go on Photoshop. Go on Photoshop. There it is. Right. And sorry, this projector won't let me. This projector won't let me get to the edge of the file down here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there it is. Now this is the exact size, right, that we copied from the Illustrator. This size right there, right? And I showed you guys earlier, how did you do it? Well, you can say copy, Command C, you come back to Photoshop, and you make a new document, Command N, and it should be here right there. There it is, 6.167, right? 300 pixels per inch. And you should be able to make it. Let's see if it did that. It did. Beautiful, it did work. Okay. So there it is, the correct size. We've got a white background. You double click it open, right? Cool. So that is the correct size of your artwork, right? Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use one of my old, I found this the other day. It's one of my old fishing buddies. This is probably a photo. Oh, there's the truck. A photo from before you guys were born. Stop. It'll be one of these. I think it's one of these. Man, Photoshop's slow today, glitchy. Yeah, so these are some of my friends. We used to go fishing. There, oh, there it is. So what if you're dedicating this to, say, your grandfather or your dad or your rich uncle? No? Does anybody have a rich uncle?
I just have a question, more or less.
Huh?
I have a question for you, Mr. O.
Yeah.
I always see fishermen always doing that, like holding up the.
Yeah, man. You're showing off your catch.
But how do you do it?
How do you do it? What do you mean?
How do you
Oh, they're little hooks. I know, poor fishies. Don't worry, we ate them. Anyway, yeah. So this is my friend Jose. I won't give you a last name so you don't troll him or search for him. Huh? All right. Anyway, what's cool is I still have this bowl. You guys see this bowl? I have this bowl like from before I got married. I have that bowl and I have like a blue cup that's in here somewhere. Anyway, so there's the fishies. We ate them. This is an Alamogordo. If anybody's ever been in Alamogordo, on our way back from Ruidoso, we would stop here at the real nice park in Alamogordo. That's where we would fry them up and eat them up real nice. Cool. All right. So those of you guys who are doing something and dedicated to one of these people in your life, or you're making it for yourself, where I'm just showing you this is a basic photo that I had. Oh man. Okay. And I'm going to literally drag and drop it. Oh, he's checking the sauce there. Let's see. There it is. Sorry, it's because all these windows are open. My bad. I lost my place here. So I'm looking for the photo. And it's because of the projector. Don't blame me. It's the projector. And here it is. Okay. Minimize. If I can find, no. It thinks Illustrator is there. Where's my other Photoshop file? Oh, it's hiding from me. All right, give me a second. Everything was working fine. Now it's hiding. Okay, so here it is. There it is. So that's the back cover art. And I'm literally just going to drag and drop. Everybody watch. Drag and drop. Here's my picture of my friend. You drag and drop it. All right. This one's already 300 pixels per inch. So all you have to do is scale it down. You don't have to image size the other one or anything. All right. I'm going to do the option. And remember, this is the back tray of my CD. Obviously, I want the person visible. Now, remember the back tray, I'm going to probably put the names of the songs, and I'm going to do like a cool, what we call a blurry rectangle right here, a blurry white rectangle. So I think this is good. Maybe I can move him over a little bit as such. Remember also, we've taught you guys whenever you're kind of editing, so we want a little bit of room here, right? So it's like not cut off, right? Whatever you have as far as image, that's good right there. We have a little bit over here. I hate that there's a light pole going up and down. We can't do anything about that unless you want to go in there and Photoshop that out. You could if you wanted to. That would take some more time, make it a nicer photo. But we're going to put some white stuff here later. Okay, so we got that going, right? This is the back tray. Let's go to our layers. And this would be the same for the front, right? How do we start putting stuff together? Exactly like this. Most of you guys know this. I just want to show you guys so everybody understands what we're doing. If I can find my layers. Sorry, everything's moving around. Oh, there. Okay. We just have so many little windows here. Cool. And then, of course, what's one of the first things I tell you guys? Well, let's start playing around with this. Let's do, let's find a texture. I've shown you guys where to get high-res textures. If you are still going to Google Images and downloading tiny, low-res thumbnails, then at this point, I think that's your fault, right? We've got plenty of high-res texture and photo websites where you should be downloading stuff. So again, that's on you. If you're still doing that, I hope you learn not to do that, right? We want high-res textures. Should be here in my downloads. I think there's like a paint one. Looking for it. I just had it the other day here. Of course, I can't find it. Oh, I know. Oh, you hate it when you can't find something that way. Let me just go here. Always happens when you're recording. Never fails. There it is, wild textures. All right, so here's one. Gonna open it with Photoshop. There it is. I don't know, just kind of throwing stuff together, right? We want to get stuff going. You drag the layer. We've now added this texture, right? And again, you guys know this. You guys know this. Just because you drag and drop it in there, now you do some of these blend modes. That'll take care of it real quick. Right? We're just kind of editing up. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see what we get. We want a nice mix. I can always come back and edit some of that out. Oh, we don't want it to look like a, oh, that one's cool. It looks almost like a faded vintage photo. I'm gonna go with multiply. It's kind of like in between there, right? We can do a little bit of destructive editing. That means we're gonna do some erasing. Command J, always make a copy of your layers, right? I can come in here with the eraser, soft brush, maybe just a little bit here on his face, maybe a big brush like that. Right, just to shine some of the artwork through. That's nice right there, right? Let's hit save. Right? And we're gonna keep it very simple. We're gonna do that. You can even lower the opacity of the photo itself. Check this out. What if I lower the opacity of the photo of my friend? Right, and that kind of makes it a little bit ghostier. Oh, that's kind of nice. Because remember, we're gonna put artwork on top of that. You can still see the image, right? These are basic edits, Command S. All right, let's go back to Photoshop. Check this out. I mean to Illustrator, my bad. And you can test it out, right? This is where we place it. I'll do this super quick because I know we're gonna run out of time. We're already almost at 3 o'clock. That's okay. Back tray inside. All right, so here it is, right? Here's my tray. And I go to layer, this is Illustrator, and I put the placed image, background, Shift Command P, right? And what did I say the other one is? Backcoverart.psd. I should change the name of that, but I didn't. There it is. Hit place. Now here you don't want to click and drag. You just want to place it anywhere because you don't want to scale it. And then you just move it in place. Boom. Right? So we know that this is the exact size. You got to make it fit. Right? This is with the bleed. Cool. Temporarily turn that on and off. Now, check this out. Notice here we've got the guide that tells us, well, you have to have some text here on the sides, right? And I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn this off, turn that off. And right here on this one, I'm gonna lock that. So I know that I need color going off the edges here. So check this out. New layer, spine. I'm gonna call it left and spine right. Sorry. What does that mean? That's this little area, remember, and I'm gonna pass around that tray right now if anybody wants to look at it. So we've got color or something going on in this area where we have to put some text. All right. So right here, it's got to say something. So I'm going to put, if I turn this back on, it could be just right over the artwork. You could do something where you go back on the Photoshop file and maybe mess with the edges. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Illustrate, Photoshop. And on the edges, check it out. Spine, color. Let's add a color. I'm going to get the rectangle selection tool. You guys watching? And say I add some spine area like this. I go to my colors. There I select nice red. Right? I select this side, more or less the same size. And let's choose like an orange. Option delete is how you fill an area, a selection, right? Those are on its own layer. Right? Just doing that. That might not be perfect. And I'm going to blur them. Watch this. Blur. So they'll kind of blend into the photo a little bit. Kind of like that. All right, look kind of hazy, right? Check that out. Cool? Yes? No? All right. Again, simple stuff, right? But I'm putting it together. Then I go back to my Illustrator file and it's going to say, hey, you changed that. Yeah. Update that. So now we got this, which is cool because I've got some text that I got to put here. So I get a nice line of type, and I'm going to put old. How do you spell old timey? Like that? Old timey. Old timey fishing bro songs. Old timey fishing road trip. How do you like that? Those are the guys who drive already. You guys should be taking some road trip. Check that out. Cool. Old timey fishing road trip bro songs. Right? Anybody like that? No? Anybody care? I'm just coming up with that. Right? And how do I rotate that sideways? I click on it, R for rotate, put it sideways with my shift. I'll put that right here on the spine. Notice it's very tight. We're going to go a little bit smaller. Let's go 10 points. I'm going to find a nice font. What should I use? Some Papyrus, some Comic Sans, what? What do you guys think? Anybody? How about some Super Clarendon? Let's try that one. There it is. I could use I can just center that. I can turn my color back on. There it is on the spine. And I know that when I mock this up, it's going to fall right on that little spine. It's going to fold over, right? And I'll send the sample around. And then we're going to put here what year were you guys born? Ooh. Oh man, I think this is older than that. Old-timey fishing road trip bro songs. Oh, the early 2000s. There you go. Before, and I should put before any of you were born. No? Anybody care? All right. And if you wanted to make it simple, you put it on the other side, you rotate it so it reads the other way, right? Because that one reads right, the other one reads left. There's our little spine. We turn this on. You got text on both edges, right? And then the last part is I'm gonna do this, and I think I've shown you guys this before. So let's put the track list, and let's put track list, blurry box. Now, check this out. You guys should watch this if you're not paying attention for anything until now. So this is where you put the track list. Sometimes if I just start typing here, now I could use white type. Check this out. I'm going to go to track list. That should be the top layer. And I'm going to create a text box. And I'm going to put track 1, song 1. Somebody give me a song. Michael Jackson's what?
Beat It.
All right, Michael Jackson, Beat It. Let's put that.
Beat It.
Michael, I misspelled this. I'll make it white type. No stroke. Oh, dang it. There it is. No stroke. I misspelled Michael. I'm gonna do a dot. Cool. Somebody give me a second song here.
Blue and black.
Huh? Oh, AC/DC?
Yeah.
Which one?
Blue and black.
No, that's not what it's called. Isn't it Back in Black?
Oh, Back in Black.
Right? Isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, another song. Daisy, give me a song. Heads Will Roll?
Yeah.
By Judas Priest? Is that the heavy metal one you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think it's Heads Are Gonna Roll. Yeah. Some heads are gonna roll. That one? No?
No.
Oh, no, I'm way off.
It says will roll by yeah.
Oh, okay. Heads Will Roll by what?
It's yeah.
Like why?
YEAH. It's two, and then the third one has an S at the end.
Oh, the yes. Is there a comma? Oh, why isn't that pasted? The last one has an S, not apostrophe. All right, one more song. Somebody give me a song. Anybody? Tootie, give me a good song. And the artist.
Big Love by Drake.
Which one?
Big Love by Drake. Fake Love.
Fake?
Yeah.
Oh. Like Drake? Like Drake?
No, it's Fake Love.
See.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? One more. I need one more.
My Way.
Oh. Frankie. Oh, that's a good one. Cool. All right. So say you do something like that, right? Change the font a little bit. Choose your fonts. Do a little typography. Command T. Let's change this up. Oh, I like that one. Tahoma, maybe. Oh, I like that one. Sans serif. Okay. So say you got something like this going, right? That's the back of the tray. Now, what you can also do, everybody should look at this. Blurry box. Watch this. This is an old trick. Now, I'll turn that off. Track list. So sometimes if you want to use another font or it's too weak or the color, say you don't want white, check this out. You get your rectangle tools. Everybody watching? I start off with white. Check this out. There's a rectangle, yes? Yes, everybody watching? You round the corners. You draw another one. Before you round the corners, you draw another one. Watch this. You can even add to it. So those two shapes, yes, everybody see? There's two rectangles, yeah? All right. So you use your Pathfinder and you unite those. Pathfinder, sorry. It's hiding from me. There it is right here. It was there. Ah, it's hiding. I had it. Let's try that again. Sorry. Hiding. Oh, there it is. And I clicked that to unite, so it became one shape. Yes? I get it. Make sure you save. Because you're going to do the effect. You're going to do the blur, Gaussian. That's the nice, smooth. Now, you can overdo it in Illustrator and it'll look weird. But see how it looks almost like a cloud? Yes? And it's a quick way to do it in Illustrator. You don't have to do it in Photoshop, which is actually easier. Do it in Photoshop, but there it is. Now you can move that around. And you can lower the transparency. So it's not as strong, but it's just enough. See? Look at this. Right about there, right? It looks like it blends into the artwork. I call that a blurry box. I used to do this a lot in packaging. This is exactly what it's for. You turn your type layer back on, and guess what? You change the color of it, and it's on top of that cool blurry box. It's easier to see. What if I chose black? So you kind of help out the text, right? So it doesn't get too lost. Oh, that's perfect right there. You guys can see how that works, right? So say your photo doesn't have a dark area and you're struggling with the text, you can do something like that. And that's literally what the blurry box does. Look at this. Cool, very simple. Okay, Command S, I'm gonna save that. You can actually drag your placed artwork down below the guidelines, the template guides, so you can see if your artwork is falling where it should. And basically that's how we put it together, right? So that'd be cool. That's going to be on the back of this CD tray, right? You could edit. Obviously, you guys know how to edit the photo more, but that's a quick way. I'm not saying it's the best design, but it's a basic way of how to put something together. It's not difficult. Now, a reminder, why did I do the text in Illustrator this small and I didn't do it on Photoshop? What do you guys think? Who said that?
Cassie.
Oh, yes. No, it does not. But for small type, that is the reason that Illustrator and other vector programs exist in the print. Huh? Oh, yeah. So very true. Now, I'm going to prove it to you, and I know I've shown it to you guys before, but if you're actually paying attention right now. So check this out. So this is vector, right? 100% Illustrator. I can go in there. I can outline this font. I can manipulate it, and it will never lose sharpness. Printers love small text in Illustrator. Any textbook you ever opened up, I guarantee you was a vector program. InDesign. Before that, there was Quark and other programs, right? So watch this. The same thing. I'm going to go to my Photoshop file. Watch this. Photoshop, Photoshop, Photoshop. Just to prove it to you. Sometimes people are like, no, what's a big deal? It is a big deal. And you're going to show that you're a professional. And you go to your text and you click here and you paste. And I think it was 10 points. Let me just show you the difference. Where is my... And oh, I'm going to tell you, the type layers also will say if you want it sharp or sharper, at a very small font size like this, 10 points, it does not work. I've tried it. It just doesn't. So watch this. I'm going to use the same font size. 10 points. And I'm going to rotate it. Same thing. Just to prove it to you. I'll put that here. I think it's right about here. Save. And we'll go back to Illustrator just to prove it. Yes. And look at, that's the same font, the same size. But look how sharp this is. And look at that one. All right. And that is a 300 pixels per inch, but it's because it's pixel. It cannot ever be as sharp as vector. Look at those pixels. Look at that. No, the total difference, right? So as a graphic designer who knows a little bit about print, you're going to show them that you are a professional, that you know what you're doing, right? Do all the smaller type in Illustrator. Again, nothing says you can't do this. And you come in here and you type this. And you do something fancy in Photoshop. You guys watching, right? You do something like that. And you change the color. Get the type tool. We're almost done, I know. And you change the color, right? Oh, not a good color, sorry. Right? This you can do in Photoshop. Of course you can. Do whatever you want. And then say you wanted to manipulate that. You go right here and you tell it to rasterize the type. That's like the equivalent of outlining it in Illustrator, right? Remember rasterize, right? That means you're going to make it where you can manipulate it. Then you can do any of your filters. You could do a liquify. Oh, it has to be an RGB for liquify. And you spread it around with a liquify. Look at that, right? And I make my brush smaller with my brackets. And you know, manipulate the font that way. I don't know, whatever you want to do, right? That's what Photoshop is good for. And you can do that, right? Or you can do the layer style and give it some embossing, right? This is what Photoshop can do with text. Maybe something like that. Cool. See? So that's what Photoshop can do with text. And that's kind of too big there. I'm going to scale that down. Huh? Somebody say something? Again, I'm not saying this is the best design. Showing you. Save. God, that looks horrible. But anyway, there it is. Cool. That's what Photoshop is good at with text. Okay. So I'm going to hit save. Everyone doing okay? Yes, no, maybe. All right. Last part. This is going to be super quick. Same thing for the front. Front cover tray. I gave you guys these templates, right? There's no excuses. Everybody should be able to do this. Same thing. Look at that. The front of the CD, the actual front, is actually a perfect square, 4.75 by 4.75. You click on that, the blue, right? Just like in the other one. You copy it. Let's see if Photoshop is going to give me that ugly green square again to the projector. Command N. There it is. It already knows the size, 300 pixels per inch. We're going to have the green square. We're not. Yay, yippee. All right, so that's the right size. I can do whatever I want to this one. Let's open a cool photo. I don't know what to put in there. The fishing photos. Oh, here's some textures. No, now there's the textures when I need them. Let's open up that guy. We have a nice metal texture. Oh yeah, there you go. Start that off, right? That's the front of my One of my pictures. Oh, here's a picture of Trans Mountain I took years ago. Let's put that in there too and start mixing that around. Drag that layer. All right, here it is. Boom, there's a nice picture of a mountain. Scale that up with my option. Oh, that's pretty nice right there. Do a blend mode. Oh, that looks cool. Sometimes it just works nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. Carlos, are you watching?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Oh, that looks cool. Those two really blended together really well. I like that. Right? Just a road trip. I don't know if I have a car picture here. Let me see. And just a reminder, watch what I'm gonna do. We did go in an old car, my old Suburban that they stole from me. So I'm gonna go to the internet. Let's see if they have one. What's the good unsplash.com? There it is. Let's see if there's actually a picture. Might have to go for old Chevy truck. Oh, there's some old ones. Oh, I like this one. Let's click on that one. Download for free. Oh, that's a beautiful truck. Very nice. Weston. Command O. Start throwing this together. Oh, wow, that had like a cool background there, but I'm going to do the truck, obviously. Right? And that just gives the element of like road trip with your bros. I'll choose one of these. I'll probably use the eraser. Ooh, I like that one. Command J. Do some erasing. Lower the opacity. Just a hint. Well, it's nice right there. Cool. Got that going. Do a little typography if you want. Front cover. All right, PSD. Go back to Illustrator. I know it's been a while, guys. We're pretty much done here, right? And again, you start putting it together, right? Always come back to your Illustrator. I'll put right here, front cover, PSD, front cover art, Shift Command P, and then go from there. I did save it, didn't I? Yeah, it is. Cover PSD. Oh, there it is. Cool. Remember, don't scale it, just click it. There it goes under all the guides. Cool. And see, now you can see where everything goes. Just put it in place, right? I gave you guys everything, right? Oh, that's beautiful right there. You know what's going to print, you know where the bleed is, you know where it's going to cut. If you need to adjust your artwork, right? It's already looking like something pretty interesting. That's a nice cover already, right? I don't have text on it or anything, right? Check this out. I can go to Illustrator. This is the last part. Everybody watching? Watch this. You get some color. Then I do some red bars. I do the option. You guys remember this? If I do option and drag it, right, it makes copies. Everybody watching? Right? Command D. Or if you grab those and click on R for rotate and click right here and then do a Command D and we get some cool bars going, something like that. Just something just random, right? Copy it. Take that into the Photoshop file. Right, just give it some more texture. Place its pixels. Oh, that's cool right there. Scale that up. Just like a nice texture. Oh, that's nice right there. Screen. Maybe lower it. God, I didn't even try. Look at that. I didn't even try. It just came out cool. I click that. Yes. I can hide this as artwork. Nice font. Some nice typography. See how that created a space for this. I want to go on a trip. Huh? Oh, let's do it. When are we going again? Will we get this done? Go eat at Chico's. Go pick up some pizzas. What kind of like that? All right, cool. That's how we get going. And that's pretty much it. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, right? I mean, we've got everything there. I know you guys can do something really amazing with your photos, with your designs. You guys that have your tablets, great opportunity to create some of your artwork, use some of your drawings, use some of your sketches, right? The school tells you what you can put on there. I know that was kind of long, guys, and we had issues with Photoshop at the beginning with that green square, but we've got it done. I'm gonna save this, right? And I'll post that right now if you guys are working on it.